Ramadan in the USA hits different. You're fasting for 15, sometimes 16 hours. Your coworkers are sipping coffee right next to you. Meetings don't stop. Deadlines don't pause. And somehow, you're expected to be spiritually at your best. While running on zero food, zero water, and maybe 4 hours of sleep. If you've ever thought, am I doing something wrong? Or is Ramadan just harder here? Stay with me, because today I'm breaking down how Muslims in the USA actually manage Ramadan. Not the perfect Instagram version, but the real one. And by the end of this video, you'll have practical habits you can actually use this Ramadan. Firstly, let's talk about why Ramadan feels harder in the USA. In Muslim countries, life slows down. Work hours change. Schools adjust. Restaurants close during the day. In the USA, nothing stops. Your boss still expects productivity. Your kids still have school at 7 a.m. Your commute still exists. And food is literally everywhere. So if you're struggling, it's not because your Iman is weak. It's because you're fasting in a system that isn't built for fasting. And once you understand that, everything changes. Most Muslims who thrive during Ramadan here stop chasing perfection and start chasing consistency. They focus on small daily wins, praying on time, few pages of Quran, one sincere dua, instead of trying to do everything and burning out by day 5. Another big shift is how they handle work and school. Muslims who manage Ramadan well don't hide their fasting like a secret. They communicate. They let their manager know Ramadan is coming. They request flexible hours when possible. They move demanding tasks earlier in the day when energy is higher. Here is something powerful. Most coworkers are actually respectful once they understand what fasting really means. You don't need special treatment. You just need understanding. Now let's talk about the real game changer, routine. Ramadan in the USA only works when you have a routine that fits real life. Many Muslims don't stay up all night and then expect to function at work. They protect sleep like it's ibadah. They keep suhoor simple. Protein, fiber, water, not a heavy feast. They nap when possible, even 20 minutes. They plan their day knowing energy will dip in the afternoon, and they dainty fight it. They work with their body, not against it. Food is another big struggle, so let's be honest. The USA, Ramadan food culture can get extreme. Heavy iftars, fried food, sugar overload. Muslims who manage Ramadan well keep iftar light. They break their fast, pray, then eat slowly. They don't treat every night like Eid. They understand that overeating kills energy, spirituality, and motivation. Ramadan isn't about how fancy your iftar looks, it's about how focused your heart feels. For parents, Ramadan in the USA is a whole different challenge. Kids still have school, homework still needs to be done, sports don't stop. Muslim families who thrive involve their kids instead of forcing perfection. They explain Ramadan in simple terms. They encourage partial fasting. They make small traditions, special du'as, family iftars, short nightly reflections. They focus on connection, not pressure. Spiritually, Muslims here approach Ramadan differently too. They stop comparing themselves to Muslims in other countries. They stop measuring their Ramadan by quantity. Instead, they ask, did I become more mindful? Did I control my anger better? Did I remember Allah more during my busy day? Ramadan in the USA is less about isolation and more about intentionality. Every small act counts more when it's done in difficulty. And here's something no one talks about enough. Ramadan in the USA teaches resilience. Fasting while surrounded by temptation. Praying while exhausted. Choosing patience when life doesn't slow down. That struggle? It's not a disadvantage. It's a form of worship. Allah sees the effort. So if Ramadan feels hard for you, don't feel guilty. You're not failing Ramadan. You're living it in one of the hardest environments to fast in. And if you take just one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't need a perfect Ramadan. You need a real one. One that fits your life. One that brings you closer to Allah, even in the chaos. If you're fasting in the USA, you're not alone. And if this video made you feel understood, hit like. It helps this message reach other Muslims who need it. And tell me in the comments, what's the hardest part of Ramadan for you living in the USA? May this Ramadan be accepted for all of us.